Good morning, class. Hi, my name is John Burks, and I'll be your public speaking instructor. Today, we're going to talk about what you need to know in order to be successful in my class. We're not really going to go over the syllabus as much, which can be found online on campus, but we're going to talk about what you need to have and what you need to do and not do in order to make a really good grade in this course. So let's get started. So, appropriately titled, this presentation is called Everything You Need to Know to Be Successful in My Class. How about that? Pretty creative. I know. Thank you. I came up with it all on my own. One of the things that I never asked when I was in college is why do my instructors, or what gives them the ability to, or the right to teach me besides that I paid them? So I thought I'd start off by talking a little bit about my credentials. I have a Bachelor's of Science and a Master's of Science in Speech Communication from the University of Southern Mississippi. I did not give speeches my entire college career. I really probably only had 2 classes where we talked about speeches. More importantly, my major, which was at the time speech communication, which is currently communication studies, talked about the communication process. What takes place between two people when they communicate. And what we really study in speech communication or communication studies is that communication process, whether that be in small groups or with individuals, whether that be within organizations or interculturally. So there's a lot of different things that you can look at. I've actually worked in higher education my entire life. When I started off and I graduated with my undergrad, I was actually a roadie for a year, but I traveled to 48 different universities and colleges all over the country. So really, since I've graduated, I've always been at some kind of college in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I've just never really left. So let's now jump into some of the things that I think are really important. These are things I want you to remember. Please, these are things that are pretty simple and easy to do. First is read the syllabus, and the syllabus is found online on Canvas. It's right on the home page. You can't miss it. You'll see there's a nice little header across the top, and right underneath that it says course syllabus. Just click on that link and you can pull it up, and you can pull it up into a Word document, or you can pull it up right in Canvas. You can read through that. That syllabus is kind of like an agreement between me and you. These are the things I'm going to teach you, and this is the way that I want you to act. And these are the things that you can expect from me. So these are the things that I will provide to you. Also, if you're on campus or online, you still need to be at class on time. So if you're on campus, I want you to make sure you're here by the time class starts. It really can be really annoying when you come in super late every day. So at that point, I'll start taking tardies. But if you're so I understand situations come up, but for the most part, please be there on time. If you're online, make sure you're checking in as many times as I request. I'll send out kind of expectations and things you need to do. You'll have modules that you'll need to work through. So for online students, just make sure you're doing the things you need to be doing online, and that's really important. Do your work in Canvas. There is an online component to this class. Therefore, there are quizzes on Canvas, there are discussion boards on Canvas, so make sure that you get those completed. If you do not complete the stuff on Canvas, it will affect your final grade. You can look at the breakdown in the syllabus and see how much each thing counts, but make sure that you do the online work. I have some people, at least 1 or 2 each semester, that we get to the very end of the semester and they go, "Oh, I didn't know that we had to do stuff online." Well, you do have to do stuff online. So make sure you do your work on time. This is mainly for, actually, this is for all of you guys, because this happens to sometimes to hybrid and online students as well. Make sure you do your stuff online. I will not reopen stuff after they close. This class does have deadlines, and you have to meet those deadlines. As for in-class test, if for some reason you have to miss, you should let me know in advance so we can make the right accommodations in order to get you to the point where you can take that test. If you let the test linger, you will accept a 0. So make sure that you get those done. If something comes up and it's an emergency, I totally understand, but you just got to make sure that you get it completed. Lastly, of course, is make sure you check your email. Please check your email. You don't have to check it every day, but please check it on a regular basis. Just because you don't check your email and you you can't say, well, I didn't know. And I can say, well, I emailed you. And you can say, well, I didn't check it. That doesn't count as an excuse. So make sure you check it. Now, I'm not going to email you as much as Bonnie and Jamie, which I love them to death. They're great people. But make sure you check your email. Did I say check your email? Make sure you check your email. All right. So here are a few questions that I believe that you should never ask in a college class. Okay? Don't ever ask these questions. They make you look, what's the word I want to find here? Stupid. They make you look really stupid. You're in college. You paid for this. Somebody paid for it at some point. So these are questions that you want to avoid and you don't want to ever ask me. Now, the people say there's no such thing as a dumb question. No, there's not dumb questions, but there are stupid ones. So do not ask these questions. A lot of them are kind of reworded in different ways, but if I say something, you probably should write it down. I'll tell you the important stuff. I will, kind of highlight things in my lectures, in my PowerPoints. So make sure that you know them. But these are questions that you just shouldn't ask. You should study. You should read the book. I'll be honest, the book is not great, but it's still the book. So there will be some stuff from it that you'll need to get out of there. So I'll tell you the things that are important in the book. I don't expect you to read it word for word, but I expect you to take notes. I expect you to read the book. I expect you to be in class, and you'll get out of class when I say we get out of class. There'll be some times when we don't stay there that long, but there are times where we will have to. So make sure that you're in and ready to go. I will try to make this as painless as possible, but you got to help me out a little bit, and you got to do your part. So make sure that you do this. The thing that gets me the most, and the thing that really kind of, I guess, gets on my nerves the most is kind of overall laziness. We want to avoid that whole thing of we don't want to be super lazy. So now that you know the things that I want you to do, things that I don't want you to do, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about me as a person, because I know you're wondering what's going on with this guy. He's awesome. I am married and I have 3 kids. My kids are awesome. We love them dearly. We have a girl, a boy, and another boy. And we do have 2 animals at our house. We have Popcorn Superman, which is our dog, and then we have Mr. Sparkle Pants, which is our fish. Now, I checked the fish last night. It could be touch and go whether or not the fish is still alive. It looked like he was breathing, but I don't know if it was just something else. But we do have Mr. Sparkle Pants, so I'll keep you posted on his status as the semester goes on. He could be, pretty soon, he could be out. I enjoy cooking. I really enjoy cooking. I'm not a great cook, but one of the things I really enjoy cooking more than anything is barbecue. I'm on a competition barbecue team. I like to eat barbecue. I like to watch videos about barbecue. I like to read recipes. When it comes to barbecue, I'm all in. I drag my family to barbecue restaurants all over the place, so that's one thing I really enjoy doing. I just recently, about a year ago, started playing the guitar. I've always wanted to play an instrument. I never did, and so I picked up the guitar, which is really hard. I really admire people that can play musical instruments because I'm like, wow, amazing. So I now can play Happy Birthday, and I can play the beginning of Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. After that, it's really touch and go where I can play anything. I do have a 1987 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, which I thought that I could be handy and work on. Turns out I'm not. So, but I really enjoy driving it. It's a really neat car. It's really big, and it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy exercising. I enjoy things like running, like CrossFit, stuff like that. I'm not a huge bulked up guy, but I enjoy doing that. It allows me to be able to go back and eat. So I really enjoy doing that too. I like music. I usually spend about 40 minutes a day in my car driving back and forth from work. So I listen to a lot of different types of music, anywhere from jazz to blues to classic rock. One of my favorite bands is the Grateful Dead, or Widespread Panic, stuff like that. I like jam bands. I don't really like music where people yell at you a lot. I do like Metallica, but I don't like bands like Slipknot. I know it's really weird, but I just don't like them. I would say the last thing is probably the thing that is my biggest time suck, which is television. I love television and Netflix. I'm a huge Netflix person. If you got a good Netflix show that you really liked, that's really good, let me know about it because I'd like to check it out. I really enjoy documentaries for some reason right now. I don't know if I'm really getting old or what, but I really enjoy watching documentaries. So they're just a lot of fun. So I thought I'd show you guys a few pictures of my kids. So these are my kids right here. This one right here is my nephew, actually. He's from Pascagoula. This is Henry. He's from Pascagoula. I love this kid to death. It's my sister's son, and he actually is a great dresser, just a really good dresser. And then these are my three kids right here. This is Anna Weston, this is Hayes, and this is Jack. And when I refer to Jack, I usually call him Nacho. So this little fella down here is Popcorn Superman. He's a Shih Tzu Poodle mix. He weighs about probably 6 or 7 pounds. He's well overweight. He should lose a little bit of weight, but he's a little lazy. He likes to sleep. He just recently learned how to jump on the couch, so he likes to jump on the couch and look out the window. It's his new favorite hobby. And this was with the kids' Christmas picture. My wife sent this to me, and she thought it was cute, so I thought I'd add it in. So again, just to kind of follow up and reiterate, sometimes I'll refer to them by different nicknames. I usually refer to Anna Weston as the girl. So if you hear me say, "Well, the girl did this," this is who I'm referring to. If I refer to the boy or Chief, this is this one. So I don't know why I do it. I just do it. And then the last one, of course, this is the Nacho. You'll probably hear more about Nacho than anything. I'll be coaching Nacho's baseball team this spring, so I'm sure some of that'll come up. But they're just really great kids, and they're a lot of fun. Me and my wife were both really involved in everything that they do. We're not really helicopter parents as much as we're just suckers. So we will volunteer for a lot of different things. So that's a little bit more about me and a little bit more about this class. If you have any questions, you can always email me at john.burks@jcjc.edu, or the easier way is just to email me through Canvas. So if you have any questions, send them to me. If not, look forward to meeting you in class. If I don't meet you in class, I look forward to meeting you online. So let's have a great semester. Thanks.